Hey homies, I'm sitting here in the smokers area. We're just going to take a quick tour of this good old cannery, and yeah, hope you enjoy it.
Okay, so we're heading out here just past the cabin, and we're going to go up to the water tanks.
Oh, Deborah and Vincent, if you think you're doing gym, you got another thing coming, mate.
Yeah, from the top of the steps you can see the cabin down there, and this is the walkway that heads down to the lodge. This is the path we start heading up to head to the water tank.
Yep. More danger as we go.
Two 6,000 litre water tanks up here, and the water's pumped from the river down the other side. So you can see the sand filter here that's been disconnected, and the two tanks with the draining hose and a spare sand filter. Then we have spares up here, so in case we have to fix things, so we leave tools up here that I don't have to carry stuff up in the winter.
Right, so Teddy, this stuff that you do up here, what's the basis? I mean, do you have to keep a check on all this stuff, or what is it?
I just have to check that the tanks are full of water, and I have to empty these tanks out when it freezes over, so that cuts off my water completely. And then occasionally you've got a lot of trees around here that fall down, and they can break the pipes, and you know, I might have to come back and get some spare plastic pipes and repair it. Or there might be a problem with the river pump. I have to go and change that. I just want to check the level of the tanks just to see what the water's like. Okay, it's pretty good. The water level's down to about there, and I probably need to stick a little bit of chlorine into these tanks, but it's not too much of a concern because I boil the water when I'm using it. So what do you think of this place?
Yeah, this place is awesome. Yeah, I've got to get used to the fact that there's absolutely nothing out here. I haven't seen any wildlife like bears or cougars or anything like that, but absolutely stunning. Yeah, I don't think you get anywhere close to this in our country.
Normally when I come up here in the winter as well, I carry a shotgun with me so that I don't take any chances, because if I run into a cougar or a bear up here and something happens in a remote area, I'm in shit.
Have you run into any problems since you've been here?
No, fortunately I haven't run into any cougars or bears, but we did have a cougar walk under the lodge at the start of the summer.
So what do you think? Should we head back down again?
Yeah, let's go down. I'll show you the rest of it.
Okay.
So you can see Tim standing next to the base of one of the trees here, and in the winter some of these trees fall down, and you can see a big one that's actually just fallen down there. Fortunately it never went all the way to the ground, but if that thing falls on you, you'll be in trouble.
Right, we've just come down that incredible flight of stairs and that walk up to the water tank. So now tell me, on your average day, how many times would you do a trip like that?
I'd do that not very often, maybe once or twice a week. Well, on the left hand side there, that's the staff quarters. Tim's walking past the 11 kilowatt fuel tank where the generator is, and then this is the gut house on the left hand side here. Just a beautiful area to be in. So this is the fuel tank for the 11 kilowatt, takes about 800 litres, and that's my small generator. That just keeps the cabin going for the winter. That gives me electrical power, heat, and internet connection, which is my communication system out of here. That's a small petrol generator that I keep running for 5 hours a day.
So basically, if this one and this one run out, you'd have to have something else, wouldn't you?
So if that runs out, I've got the generator room at the top there.
Okay, so this is basically the braai that I use. Teddy doesn't use it a lot because he's not into meat and stuff like that, but yeah, this is my food cooker, which I enjoy.
Okay, from here you can see the cabin. So the cabin's the only piece that's on the land, and that's quite nice in the winter, but the rest of the stuff is actually built on pylons over the ocean. Okay, from here we're going to go down. This is the lodge on the right hand side here, and we're going to walk down to the main cannery building, and then along past those windows to the ramp where we can launch boats from. That small little hut on the boat dock there. So the kayaks are here for our use. We can always use that. But we're just heading down to the boathouse ramp, and you can see the boat over here. That's my transport for the winter. That gets tied up and left in the water the whole year.
Alright, so this place is quite huge. Would you be able to just explain to me what all that is over there?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you a rundown on that. This is basically where the motor's kept. It's just an old car engine that's in here that lowers the ramp. So literally it's an engine that's been taken out of a car, and it operates a shaft to drop the ramp. And of course you still have to service this and look after it and stuff, but it's a pretty neat idea that they haven't got at the other lodges.
So we've seen the boathouse now. We're going to take a walk right down to the bottom end of the pier there and have a look at that. Yeah, Teddy, what sort of goes on in this part of the area?
Okay, just over here I've got, these are 44 gallon drums that are for petrol. So I had that for the generators. There's a fire extinguisher and battery and I've got a pump in there. And this is the ramp that goes off for the summer. It goes down to the workhouse that they have down there. So all the stuff's been removed for the winter.
Okay, so basically we're standing on a helipad, and this helipad is now used for visitors and emergencies in case they need them. Yeah, watch out for the bears. Okay, God, more bloody stairs. I'm tired of these things. Here we go. This is freaking hard work. I'll be fit by the time I'm finished, yeah, that's for sure.
So this is the generator shed where we've got the 3 diesel generators. Come on in. This is the 55 kilowatt generator, and this is the one that I run off in the winter. I run this once a week, and I have to keep it serviced and do oil changes. This is a 100 kilowatt diesel generator. So this is the big puppy. This is the 140 kilowatt generator, and that runs 24/7 during the summer. So because this is a remote lodge, we have to have everything that we need to do the services. So enough oil, filters, cleaners, you name it, everything comes in. Everything has to come in by barge. So this is the small fuel tank that we use for this. It contains about 1200 liters of fuel. And then behind us are the electrical panels to power the lodge.
So tell me, the maintenance that you actually do with these things while you're out here?
So every 200 hours I have to do an oil change. So I change the oil filters and the fuel filters and just check that there's nothing going on with it. Anything breaks down, I have to either stop it or try and fix it. So this is the generator shed, and just behind the generator shed are the 250,000 litre fuel tanks.
Oh, with all this equipment that you've got up here, you by yourself basically for most of the time. What happens if there's a fire?
If there's a fire, if I don't get it within the first 15-20 minutes, the lodge will burn down. And just down here is the propane tank for the summer. It's a few thousand litres of propane. So this is the incinerator. We've got 4 44-gallon drums that are filled with diesel, and it's excess diesel that we use. It's basically waste diesel. And this is the fuel tank, and that's as the incinerator. So this is the way that we get rid of our garbage here.
Right, thanks Teddy, that was an amazing little tour. This will help the folks back home get a better understanding as to where we are.